What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast.
I'm here too.
And I'm your host, the Hot Commodity NC. That worked well. And that the voice you just heard before mine was my own Hot Commodity. And today we are once again, like we do all the time, jumping into our Y2K time machine that is filled with photos of NSYNC, Britney Spears, and probably and most likely pictures of hot GQ models naked.
Where?
In our time machine.
Oh.
There might be naked ladies too, but it's fun. Imagine your own
I'd
time
rather
machine.
see dick, but okay.
Yeah, well, not everybody will.
They
It's
should.
shame. But anyways, whatever your time machine is, jump in and join us as we cover WWE Attitude Year Season 3. We're in the year 2000, and we're covering WWF SmackDown from August 17th, live in Worcester, Massachusetts. We've only got 2 more stops to SummerSlam with this SmackDown taking place. So to kick off SmackDown, we see Shane McMahon, Triple H, Kurt Angle, and the women's champion Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley come out to the ring. Shane says the name McMahon means success, but it's truly synonymous with family. I have my actual family, my sister Stephanie, my extended family, Triple H, and my professional family in Kurt Angle. Triple H and Kurt Angle apologize to each other, but they're basically saying like, "Oh, I'm sorry that you suck." Like it's like they're attacking each other basically. Triple H says, "To satisfy my wife, I will gladly shake your hand." And then Commissioner McFoley comes out, and Foley is like,
What does he do with his hand to satisfy his wife?
he doesn't do anything with his hand to satisfy his wife.
Oh.
No, that's why Stephanie's so upset.
Oh.
But Foley comes out, and he basically shows footage of, Kurt kissing Stephanie. And he says that tonight one of the family members will take on The Rock, and you 4 will go backstage to vote one person off the island and into the ring. And, of course, it's a reference to Survivor, which was very popular during that time in the summer of 2000. So a McMahon family member is going to take on The Rock tonight. Nothing special about it, but we'll see what happens. We then go backstage to the Kat. She confronts Terri, and she calls her trash. The Kat says, after we win tonight, we are going to rub it in your face. And then they grab each other's hair, and Terri pushes the Kat to the floor. We then get Terri and the European champion Perry Saturn versus the Kat and Rikishi. The Kat hits a monkey flip out of the corner to Terri, and the Kat's heel breaks in the process as she's running.
Yes, that was great.
It was kind of hard for that to happen to her.
And she was killing it with the broken heel.
She was. Perry Saturn then clotheslines the Kat, and Terri pins her after Rikishi tosses Saturn into the ring steps. And then Terri slaps Rikishi's ass, and Rikishi jumps on Rikishi's back.
It would have been funnier if she acted like, she broke her hand.
Or something, yeah, when she slapped his ass. Rikishi hits the Rikishi driver to Perry Saturn and then gives Terri a stink face.
Because John Cena punches Rikishi's ass, and it hurt. He was like, oh, shit.
You did?
Yeah, I saw a video of that. I think it was John Cena.
Well, that'd be a sexy videotape for Rikishi and John Cena.
Ooh.
What do you think of this rivalry between Terri and the Kat has been going on for a while?
Yeah, it's kind of lame, but they were hot, and, teenagers and 20-year-old men wanted to see them.
Who do you think is hotter, the Kat or Terri? I like the Kat with her hair out, with her longer hair. The blonde.
I like Terri better. The Kat definitely looks younger, but I don't know. I kind of...
Terri was just pregnant a couple months ago. Well, 2 years ago, actually, at this point.
Terri has, a more mature hotness, where Kat kind of looks, really, young
star.
and trashy.
Mm-hmm.
So, it depends on what you like.
Shane's backstage, and he says that he's going to be
I like him young and trashy.
Oh, that's hot. Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Shane says he will fight The Rock backstage. I'm sorry, not backstage. He tells the family backstage they'll take on The Rock tonight. Then we see Intercontinental Champion Val Venis with Trish. So Val Venis with Trish Stratus defending the Intercontinental title against Eddie Guerrero with Chyna. And during the match, there's a lot of back and forth between Eddie and Val. Val punches Chyna, then lands a neck breaker to Eddie. Eddie hits a Hurricane Rana. Val drops Eddie Guerrero across the ropes, and then Chyna powerbombs Val Venis off the ring apron to the floor. And then Chyna's on the apron, and Trish Stratus grabs a glass pitcher and breaks it over the head of Chyna from behind.
Did you know that Vince McMahon's mother was 98 years old in 2018?
She wasn't, because she died in 1998.
Happiest of Mother Days,
That's
my
a fake
incredible
thing.
97-year-old mom.
It's fake.
Oh.
There was a Raw that opened up that had a tribute to her in 1998. Her name was Juanita.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. For fake news. As we're talking about an important fucking storyline here, we have to have a fake tweet by Vince McMahon about
Well,
his
it looks
97-year-old
really
mother,
real. It's all
who at that
pictures
point
of
would
the
have been dead
family.
20 years.
I don't believe this.
All right, well, let's look and see.
No, I believe you, but I just don't. Why would someone make that up? Like, it's
Because they're
stupid.
idiots. That's what it's clickbait. And they think people...
But it wasn't on the main thing, though.
You're the reason for
It's
this.
halfway through.
I go, you're the reason for this. For the clickbait. Because there's people that believe this shit. Anyway, so Trish breaks a glass pitcher over Chyna's head, and then Val hits a Fisherman's Buster at Eddie Guerrero, and Val Venis retains the title. But what's more important is that Trish Stratus has just stepped in some shit by breaking a glass pitcher over Chyna's head. What do you think?
Yeah, the glass pitcher over her head was like, it looked serious. I wouldn't have wanted that shit broken over my head.
Let me tell you something. Chyna needs to get her revenge. Women's champion Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley tells Shane that she has a plan and she wants to face The Rock tonight. Champion versus champion. And Shane's like, no, you can't do that. That is crazy. You are focusing on Juanita McMahon. Let the lady die and rest in peace. Chyna then barges into
Maybe it was a stepmom.
Yeah. He did not have no stepmother who was 97 years old.
Okay.
Did you look up Juanita? We're going to figure this
No,
out
but
now,
what is it?
people.
Look at these
We're going to
pictures.
figure out Juanita.
Look, 98 years old,
McMahon.
still playing tennis every day. Happy Mother's Day.
Look. She died in 1998. She was 82 years old.
Well, who's this woman?
No idea, but it's probably a picture of her, but not during the time. This is Juanita. See, I told you. This is what they posted when she died. That little picture thing.
Who's Vince McMahon's mom? Vicky?
That's
Who's
not the
Vicky
mother.
Askew? Just Google the name. And
Okay,
see.
Vicky Askew. This is a waste of time.
And then do Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's mother, Vicky Askew, has died.
It's probably like you said, a stepmother.
Yeah, and you said I was crazy.
Well, but why would they talk about Juanita and not about Vicky?
Because Vicky didn't live to be 98 years old and was playing tennis at 98.
Vicky was.
This one was.
That's Vicky.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said Vicky wasn't playing tennis.
I
at
meant the
90.
mother.
You mean Juanita?
Anyway.
Now that we fucking figured out who fucking gave birth to the pedophile, let's go. Well, not pedophile, the fucking freak.
Probably. You didn't like your Jell-O squares. You're not
I
getting
sure
them.
do, but I'm trying to get through this recording because we're on our time machine. We don't have a lot of time before the end of the world happens.
All right.
Well, it already happened. It was supposed to be.
China got fucked up
We were already
with the
past
sugar
that.
glass. Moving on.
We passed 2 segments. Chyna barges into Commissioner Foley's office, and she wants her hands on Trish Stratus, and Foley books a mixed tag match at SummerSlam, Eddie and Chyna against Val Venis and Trish. And Chyna says that Trish Stratus is dead meat.
I would have liked to see it one-on-one.
Well, they probably had to protect Trish because she was brand new. And
Well,
she
he said, China, look at you and look at Trish. He said it wouldn't be fair.
Well, what do you think is going to happen when Chyna tries to get her hands on Trish? Do you think it's going to work in her favor?
Well, China's kind of the face here, so I'm sure China will get a few good blows in.
Yeah, she did that with X-Pac too.
Oh, please. X-Pac has a little penis. He might be like doing what Road Dogg does, and like next he was like in an
producing.
interview. Like it's not in the works now, but he said he's definitely open to it. And
Okay. Next, we see the Acolytes and Crash Holly.
oh, and he shaved his head.
Yeah.
X-Pac, he has no hair.
He's been bald for a while.
He grew it back for a while.
Okay. The Acolytes and Crash Holly taking on the Big Boss Man and Kaientai. Before the match, Big Boss Man calls the Acolytes bullies and says that his Oriental buddies will show them tonight not to mess.
He said his
with
Chinese.
Yeah, he refers to his Chinese. During the match, Big Boss Man just walks off on Kaientai, and Farouk hits a Dominator Taka Michinoku, and Bradshaw slams Crash onto Taka, and the Acolytes and Crash get the win here. This match was just kind of made to sort of go along with the storyline from Raw, where the Acolytes and Kaientai fought in the bar. So it was just kind of a way to end that. And Big Boss Man's like gone soon, so I didn't even know he was here during this time.
Big Boss Man's so gay.
Kurt Angle is pissed backstage that Shane wants Triple H to fight The Rock, and he has decided that he wants to leave. Chris Jericho comes down on commentary as Hardcore Champion Steve Blackman defends against Chris Benoit with Shane McMahon in the corner. Shane keeps on attacking Steve Blackman with a kendo stick. Jericho hits Chris Benoit in the back with a steel chair and chases off Shane. And then Steve Blackman pins Chris Benoit to retain the Hardcore Championship after Benoit applies a crossface to Steve Blackman here. But we're going to get at SummerSlam 2 out of 3 falls, Jericho and Benoit. But also, Shane McMahon attacks Steve Blackman with a kendo stick. What do you think about all of that?
To be honest, I kind of wish there was like a title involved with Jericho and
Benoit.
What's his name? Yeah. Like, I really wish Val was the Intercontinental Champion. I think he's really boring right now. I don't like his gimmick after he's like the porn star. But yeah. And Steve Blackman, it was all right. It was kind of boring, but I don't really get him doing the whole hardcore thing. He's like a karate guy, so
Kendo stick and martial arts sticks. Kurt Angle's backstage and he's going to leave because he's upset. He feels like he's been voted off the island. Stephanie tries to help him and says, "No, stay." He says his feelings are hurt. She goes, "You're a part of the family." And he goes, "I know when I'm not wanted." And Kurt Angle leaves and Stephanie looks upset.
of course
Her
she's
friend.
upset. She wants Kurt. She wants some of that Olympic dick.
Possibly. Next up, tag team champions Edge and Christian are taking on the team of Jeff Hardy and Devon Dudley. During the match, Edge spears Devon. Jeff Hardy accidentally hits a swanton bomb to Devon, and then Edge gets the pin after the Hardys and the Dudleys brawl. And this is all leading to TLC at SummerSlam. What'd you think?
I am definitely psyched for TLC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who I want to win because I kind of like all of them, but so I think it'll be a good match.
It'll be interesting for sure. The Right to Censor come out next. Bull Buchanan says, "When my 2 daughters say, 'Dad, why can't we watch you on TV?' I have to tell them it's for their own good."
I was utter shocked that someone had sex with children with Bull Buchanan.
That's what Jerry the King Lawler said.
Did he?
Yeah. I have to tell them it's for their own good, but I want to tell them I would be ashamed of what they would see. We hope you people understand what we are doing is for you. They will look back and say their dad is making this world a better place. Good Father says, "Why can't you people see we have your best interest in mind? All we want is for you to live the right way." And then Stephen Richards says, "We have been criticized for our actions against women. Don't judge us by our severity of actions, but by the strength of our convictions. We have hope in our hearts. We have begged you and fought for you, and now we are warning you no more. We do not want scantily clad women. The Right to Censor will stop at nothing to make a world of good, wholesome family entertainment." And then they show a picture of Rikishi's ass on the Titantron.
I was thinking Right to Censor was going to come out when Kat and Terri were fighting in their little skimpy outfits. That was dumb. That would have been a good thing to piss the crowd off.
Well, he says that women aren't the only ones who need to change their ways, and he threatens Rikishi that if Rikishi doesn't cover up his vulgar fate, his vulgar ass, we will show you what it means to fight the good fight. So, Rikishi Censor sending a warning to everybody, including Rikishi, about this. So, do you think Rikishi's going to respond?
Of course, Rikishi's going to have it out with them. Okay, definitely.
What do you think?
He ain't going to cover up that big ass.
He's got a big ass.
He's either going to get his ass kicked, or he's... I don't know. He'll probably get his ass kicked. It's going to be like 3 or 4 on 1. So, don't they get bigger? Right to Censor.
You'll see. Jerry the King Lawler and Mike Cole are on commentary talking about the matches for SummerSlam, and then Tazz puts a Tazzmission on the King, and Jerry Lawler passes out. We're going to see Tazz and Jerry Lawler at SummerSlam. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm excited for that. I like Jerry Lawler, so I definitely want to see that match. And yeah, I don't really like Tazz. He's kind of like boring me at this point. Okay. And I think he just goes attacking random people. You're the next one.
You're the next.
He's cheesy.
Next up, DX takes on Too Cool here. Road Dogg goes to give Kaientai a pump handle slam, but X-Pac goes for an X Factor, and then X-Pac shoves Road Dogg to the mat. Kane comes out and chokeslams both DX members, and then grabs the mic and says, "Why did I chokeslam my brother? I accept what I am. I am a monster."
And Kane kind of stops X-Pac and Road Dogg from having it out.
Undertaker then comes out and goes face to face with Kane. Taker grabs Kane as he tries to walk away, and Kane ends up slamming Undertaker across the announce desk and hits Taker in the head and back with a steel chair. Taker is busted open. What do you think? Kane's a monster.
Well, I'm getting from this is like Kane. I think Kane is saying like, because Undertaker's kind of like doing this American badass thing. I think he's saying like, like we're monsters, and he's gonna bring out the dead man back.
Okay, that's a possibility. Before the main event, Commissioner Foley comes out and he books for Raw's War Steve Blackman versus Shane McMahon for the hardcore title. Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley will defend her women's championship against Lita, and then Foley makes Shane and Stephanie leave the ringside as Triple H takes on the WWF Champion The Rock. Basic match between the two. Kurt Angle runs out with a steel chair. The Rock attacks Kurt Angle. Triple H low blows The Rock, and Angle hits The Rock with a steel chair, allowing Triple H to land a pedigree, and Triple H pins the WWF Champion after Triple H and Kurt Angle shake hands on the ramp. So Kurt Angle didn't leave. It was all over.
I kind of figured he wasn't going to leave. I figured he was going to come back. And I'm excited to see the triple threat. I think that they're going to work together for a little while, of course. And
I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to let you know, more to come before SummerSlam. These next few episodes are going to be jam-packed because, and I'm watching this back, I didn't realize, I thought that this was the stuff that I remember happened earlier. So these next 2 episodes, there's a lot more coming.
Okay.
So be prepared. It's soap opera. With that, we've covered all of SmackDown.
I want to leave off with a quote from Vince McMahon.
Okay.
I had no idea what a family was until I met Linda and saw how they lived. I wanted some of that stability and love.
Yeah,
Vincent K. McMahon.
Fuck the lady with a Booker T dildo.
And let your staff fuck little ring boys.
And allow one of your staff members do the fucking helicopter on an airplane.
But, beautiful quote.
Sure, it was. Well,
and just so you all know at home, we have a huge picture of Vince and Linda at their wedding on our 50-inch TV.
That's not their wedding. She doesn't have a fucking veil on. And damn well she was wearing a fucking veil.
Yeah.
She is currently the U.S. Secretary of Education.
Now she's doing
Fun fact, supposedly Yale, which is, if you're not from America, it's a school, which I'm sure from America if you're listening, it's a college. It's a famous one in New Haven. But anyways, they're I think it was Yale, they were fucking with Linda. I guess she sent an email. And so the they like grammatically like corrected her like little paper and like they posted it online with all the corrections and shit to her because her stuff wasn't. I don't know. They were just trying to go at Linda. Remember A1, AI, or no, it's A1.
A1.
Whoa. Okay, we've covered all of SmackDown. We've got Raw as War, another SmackDown, and then SummerSlam. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. You can now leave the time machine and go back to your shitty world, which, hopefully it's not that shitty. But yeah, until next time, stay safe, stay uncensored.